Hey guys, Troubles here. We are second episode of God of War. Now we are at the gates of Athens. Let's look around. Now let's talk a little bit about what Kratos is going through after killing Hydra. Neves goes to Ares after Kratos kills Hydra. Ares also wants to talk to Poseidon, and the two gods meet on the Egyptian shore of the Mediterranean and talk. Ares gets very angry. He says, "How can you give Kratos a piece of your power?" His uncle says, "You insulted my kingdom by putting Hydra in my seats." Of course, Ares, as the god of war, doesn't hold him back and says, "Words are no armor against the edge of sword." Poseidon also says, "Remember that god of war. Whoever comes to my kingdom must honor me." Then Ares starts to think a little logically. He says, "There is no need for such a discussion. There is no need for such a fight. I think you learned all this from Athena." He says, "If I want to kill Kratos, I kill Kratos right away. Why should I send Hydra? Athena tricking you." And Poseidon goes a little crazy when he hears this. How can she fool me? Think, who has profited from this? Who has made you turn your back on me? He says, whose servant you gave your power to? Of course, Poseidon starts to think. It makes some sense. Then he says, "Why did you come to me?" Ares says, "As a courtesy, I know you have a sympathy for the city of Athens." And the Poseidon says, "I don't care if the city burns or turns to ashes." Ares says, "I will do exactly this. I will burn the city of ashes." Of course, Athena listens to these and immediately goes to Artemis and asks Artemis to help her. Artemis says, "The issue between you and Ares is not as clear as black and white. It's a bit complicated." And Zeus says, he forbids gods to fight. Then Athena says, "Immortal archers and immortal legionaries in Ares' army here, and Cyclops and more." She says, "They are burning down the forests, and they are just killing and leaving. Also, your creatures die. This is an attack on your kingdom too." Artemis said when she heard this, because Artemis is both the hunter god and the god of forests and animals. So here she shoots an arrow into the sky and agrees to help Athena send wolves and vultures or something to fight to immortal legionaries. Then these immortal legionaries and other things are pulled back. Ares gets angry when he sees this and he says to his army, "Why did you stop?" He takes animals and squeezes them. When Artemis sees this, she can't stand it. She comes out of her hiding place, and here she is talking to Ares in human form. She says, "Please put down my animals and my beasts gently." Ares says, "Who are you will give me orders?" Artemis says, "If you don't do it, I will shoot an arrow in your eye." Ares says, "You can't do it. Zeus forbids." Artemis is making a little show there. In the blink of an eye, Ares' army is ruined. Ares also takes a step back. He says, "Maybe I was a little hasty. I will not harm these animals." Artemis says, "Then there will be no problem between us. We have a deal." Athena realizes after those events, even with the help of Poseidon and Artemis, she will have a hard time against Ares. And Ares is getting more and more crazy. From here.
Destroy Ares, and the gods will forgive you your past.
Well, that's enough. Athena is actually a goddess who is constantly messing around like this. She's a goddess who tells the gods, we have an enemy, let's get together. Very interesting goddess actually. God of War games are classics. You have to look everywhere. Yes, we find the first phoenix feather. So, there's light now. Will I come here again? I don't think so. Quickly.
The rage of the gods drive your blades, Kratos.
Look right down. We will see open the rage of gods menu. So, we can use this power. Why Ares wants to attack Kratos, the servant of Athena? Let's talk about this. My theory is a hero named Diomedes in the Trojan War. Athena lifts that curtain from this hero's eyes, and this hero sees the gods as humans. Normally, the gods also fight, and he attacks Ares, and Ares badly injured. Also, Ares returns to Olympus and heals himself with immortal nectar. Maybe that's why he wanted to attack Kratos.
Run! Run! The beasts have taken Athens! Look out! No! No! Stay away from me!
Friends, these are the Minotaur. Minotaur, the mythologically been supposedly killed by Theseus. The worst thing is, we can't turn it off. We wasted this, half of it. Let's get our magic here. Kratos even thinks about it and makes fun of the thing. He just says an Athenian can slay such a small thing and become a hero. This is one of the central locations.
Joe, have reinforcements arrived? Ares has brought these beasts to Athens. Without help, the city will fall. The gates destroyed. You'll have to fight another war.
Idiots. By the way, because I went too fast, I forgot the thing. Here we can strengthen our weapons and magics from the menu. Look, I've already made this. Later, these will be filled later. Our main weapons are Blades of Chaos, so it must be very strong. For example, we need 2250 orbs. I was saying blood early. Let's look around. What was it talking about? Then Athena goes to Aphrodite and asks for help. Athena is the type of who always makes trouble by saying there is a problem. She says, help me. Ares like this, Ares like that. But she doesn't say a word about Ares when she speaks with Aphrodite. It's interesting. Aphrodite has a different family tree. She can be considered as Zeus' sister, but she also Athena's aunt, because she is Hephaestus' wife. Athena goes to Aphrodite and talks about Medusa. Medusa is also the queen of Gorgons. Medusa was a maiden, but she had with Poseidon in the temple of Athena. Athena doesn't like that and turned her hair into a live snake. Athena says to Aphrodite, Medusa with Hermes. Hermes is the messenger of the gods, but he also has a relationship with Aphrodite. It's very interesting, yes. Aphrodite is here.
Aphrodite.
Kratos, the gods are pleased with your progress, but your current skills will not be enough to defeat the minions of Ares. I offer you the power to freeze your enemies where they stand, but you must earn such a gift. Medusa, the queen of the Gorgons. Bring me her head, Kratos, and I will give you the ability to wield its power. And destroy them all with Medusa's gaze, and the power of the Gorgon will be yours. With the gods, Kratos. Go forth, in the name of Olympus.
Aphrodite doesn't want to fight with Medusa. here is the mechanism. There's a safe place. Look, you see the crack. This place will be broken. Also, that place broken too. Now we can change its direction with this. It's kind of like a shortcut here. You always come back to the same place, friends. It's more ergonomic. Because of that, try to take all kinds of chests in front of you. Look everywhere. But at least for level 3, we collected a lot of orb from everywhere. It's cool. Game like to circulate, friends. Moon is beautiful. Ares is burning down with his army. The man is making his own way. What can he more? Don't get too close, it's freezing. They slaughtered the Athenians. soon. Look at the sea, isn't it beautiful? Kratos also encounters trouble on a sea road on that.
Let the rage of the gods drive your blades, Kratos.
When you kill, comes more back. Heard a sound while I was killing these. Not much. If you press the cross here, you fall. Look, we turned around and came to the same place again. wish. Of course, this makes things easy.
Do not fear, Kratos. I am the Oracle of Athens, here to help you defeat Ares. Find my temple to the east, and I will show you how to murder a god.
While talking about the Oracle here, Oracle knows what even the gods not know.
God of war, I haven't forgotten you. For what you did that night, this city will be your grave.
Yes friends, that's it for this episode. For the continue of the series, like the video and comment. It will be great if you subscribe. Take care and see you next time.